It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Another vlog, another day, another week, another month, another year. First, I want to address that I promised on 6K subs that we give a room tour. Coming back from the Appalachian Trail, things are still a sorted mess. I'm in a small room. You don't want to see it right now. If you give me a little bit of time, it's going to look spectacular. It's going to look like some kind of flea market place. Someone's just trying to sell things desperately. I remember this one time I went to this flea market, and the inside part, there was this guy with a booth, and all of his stuff just allowed you to make it was just a giant U-turn. So it was a giant U. You just go in and come out, because he had stuff in the middle and stuff along the sides and stuff in the corners that made you curvature. So you're just doing this, and he would start you at the beginning, and you just kind of look around, and there's so much stuff popping in your face, and then you come around this final end, and then there he is with his arms crossed, like, "So what you gonna buy there, pal?" That's about what my room tour is gonna be like. Which is mainly me liquidating some items that I have too much of, don't need as much of, getting rid of. So yeah. I want to talk about something that kind of got in my craw. Some older guy wrote an article, and of course a lot of old NBA players have been talking about how Steph Curry couldn't play in their game. And this guy that wrote in an article, we let this car pass, what he specifically said is you're seeing the years of where anyone could play, and this guy's an older white guy. He's like, even I could play when you don't need skill. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because if you're not familiar, Steph Curry, he's being blamed for playing in a less physical type of league, as of course the 90s was physical, and I dare say the 80s were even more physical. And people are saying that he can never do what he's doing now, which, to give you an idea of what he's doing, he's taking awful shots and making them. Awful three-point shots. Shots like somewhere in between half court and the three-point line. He's shooting right in that range, and he's hitting them. And it's amazing, and it's a fun time to be alive. But a lot of people, they just have a chip on their shoulder about not being as prolific shooter as he is. It's a shame. And I bought a little item just to show how this guy said he doesn't have the talent or skill. It's insane. And this proves that the 80s weren't as much about a talent as it was about being able to bully someone. This is a video game made called Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball. Now you see, Bill Laimbeer is just famous for hanging around under the basket and elbowing the shit out of people. He's just a dirty big player. He had some skill. I'm not going to take that away from him. He could shoot a three. He had a good jump shot. But he was mainly a goon. And he would not prosper in today's NBA. And to say that guy, because he played physical, is more talented than Steph Curry, someone like that, it's ridiculous. That's 80s basketball, though. A person like Bill Laimbeer was able to thrive because you're able to be. And yeah, I like some of the rougher game stuff. It was fun for a while. It lasted. Things go through cycles, and we're at a softer cycle in the NBA. And certain players just draw me in and out of the NBA. I remember the Hawks made some good runs in the late 90s with a lineup of Kemba Mutombo, Steve Smith, Mookie Blaylock, and Christian Laettner. I don't remember who the fifth guy was. I don't know. But I watched then, and I loved watching the shooting teams of the Suns in the mid-2000s with Steve Nash mainly. But with Sean Marin, and Mayor Stodmeyer and Mary Barbosa, Raja Bell. Yeah, Raja Bell. Just those guys stick in my head because it was fun watching that fast-paced game. And now I'm getting drawn back to basketball because of Steph Curry and what he's doing. And I'm enjoying watching, Steph Curry light, which is Klay Thompson play too. It's just fun that these people are playing this aspect of the game. And when I play video games, I always loved being the fast little shooter who could do 3 points. I always tried to do that and have the computer be a bigger rebounder. So yeah. There's an old adage people say, if you don't vote, you can't complain. Well, I didn't vote, so I'm not complaining. Have at it, wolves. Eat your young. I don't care. Nothing much else to talk about. Just was going to go through a few new shows I've been watching. First one isn't really a favorite. I've only seen 2 episodes of it, but I enjoy it. And I watch it kind of for a camp factor. It's on the FX or Sci-Fi, is it now? Not FX, Sci-Fi. What did it change from? Oh, they just have a longer name now. Yeah, it's The Internet Ruined My Life. It's like a America's Most Wanted style, but for internet stuff, like people just getting doxxed through Twitter, and doxxed is when people online release their personal information and stalk them and stuff, and they'll have the real people like narrating what's happening to them when they made some kind of social, problem, little mistake or a little outburst that other people didn't agree with, caused a big uproar, and you can see where they let the actors play them though in little skits and stuff about them pretty much leaving their house and trying to stay away from people stalking them. And it's interesting. I enjoy it. I think it's cool that we get the internet's big enough now where it gets the kind of shitty crime show that everything else gets. So I like it. And it's funny to think about something so stupid reflecting so much in your real life. I mean, something as stupid as a tweet or Facebook posting or any little thing just coming back to bite you. They mainly do. I'd be interested if they were actually going to bite off something big. They could do like several of this cyberbullying stuff about children. They are going to do episode with a girl with a nudie pic, so I'll be interested how that turns out. But they haven't done anyone post mortem, so yeah, that would actually be kind of engrossing. Someone interviewing the parents because the person that actually lived through the problems they had online can't retell it because they're dead. That's kind of must watch. Also, I just started watching Schitt's Creek, and that's with Eugene Levy. It's a lot like a poor man's Arrested Development. And I don't say that to be mean. Arrested Development is the gold standard for that kind of fall from grace, rich people having to suffer kind of show. Whereas Schitt's Creek is, a peg or two below that, but it's still very enjoyable. And check it out. It's a fun show. And it has Chris Elliott in it. Chris Elliott slumming it down, which is really good. I don't know a lot of the female actresses. I just know the wife of Eugene Levy is the mom from Home Alone. I know she's acted with him a billion times because she was in SCTV with him. So they have great chemistry because they've been, doing the craft for 40 years. And last or not least, Baskets I've been watching, which is kind of in that genre of a show where You're not trying to make the main character likable necessarily. You just kind of follow his weird, fucked up life, and you kind of judge for yourself. And I've been enjoying that. And I've really enjoyed actually Louis Anderson's work as a woman. It almost seems like he should have been a woman all along. He's knocking it out of the park, and all the guest stars and guest parts, perfect in that show. So Baskets is fun. It's just fall from grace as you watch a clown who trained for being in clown school in France kind of have to get through life being a shitty clown in America. Not so easy. Well, that's all I have to talk about. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Noiji Tut. Of course, I'm on Facebook at Cody Webster. I'm on Twitter at Noiji Tut. Check those out if you haven't. I'm around. Again, thank you for watching. My sweet little babies. Wah!